All right, we are exactly 1 week away from Hamilton's Forge FC taking on Toronto FC in the second leg of the Canadian Championship semifinal. And for more on that game and to check in on how the season is going, I'm very pleased to be joined by head coach and technical director of Forge FC, Bobby Smyrniotis. Coach Bobby, thanks for doing this. I just joked we have done a radio interview, we've done podcast interviews, online interviews, our first TV interview. So it's an exciting day for two guys who have known each other about 6-7 years now.
Yeah, it's fantastic to be here. It's great to see you again, and like we said, full circle.
Yeah, absolutely. I was watching some old Island games footage from the other day, but we want to talk about the Canadian Championship semifinal, second leg. You guys are going on with a 2-1 lead heading into to BMO Field for that second leg. Just how big of a game is this for a casual Hamilton soccer fan perspective?
Yeah, I think it's one of those games. If you look at the history of our club, and it's short, but it's deep in what we've done. It's another opportunity for us to challenge for the pinnacle of Canadian football, and that's an important thing for us in what we're building at this club for our fan base and continuing to grow the fan base. You know, we've played in a final in this championship before. This game puts us one more match away from being able to do it again, so it's an important date.
That game against TFC as well, that again winning the Island games as champions that year. Let's talk about TFC just a little bit. I know you don't want to spend too much time on your opponent, but there were a lot of guys on TFC who weren't there in that first leg. What does your scouting report say on them now?
Yeah, I think a lot of very similar things, to be honest, in how they play. A couple of players are back in their lineup that give them a different dimension to their game. But I think, you know, you look at that game we played the first time, you know, they're out there. Our guys have executed a game plan very well, and that's what this match comes down to. You know, it's not so much the opponent, it's how tactically engaged we are and how prepared we are, and Forge has usually been very good in these matches, and we expect the same thing from the guys.
Let's talk about your recent performance. You're just coming off a stretch of 3 victories in 9 short days. What's clicking with the boys right now?
Yeah, a lot. I think one is confidence. Football is another thing. I think execution has been excellent in the group, and yeah, it's been a tough 10 days with 3 games, but we have another tough 10 days in front of us with another 3 games. And I think, you know, when the team is playing good football, the team is playing good attacking football. We're in the opponent's half a lot, doing the right things. You know, usually brings success for us, and that's one thing we need to ride into this next week.
Mateo scoring his first professional goal, big one for you late in the game. To pick up a big 3 points on the road against Vancouver FC. You've talked a lot about development of players. Just how important is the CPL when it comes to, you know, what we see with the Canadian men's soccer program and how it can continue to build?
Well, of course, we see it all the time, and in our club, it's one of the biggest things you know, we look for is the development of players. We've been blessed with winning championships, but I think the most important part is making sure that these players get better each and every day. And you know, the one thing I say within our roster, everyone's going to be important. And here's Mateo this past weekend, who hasn't played a lot this year, comes in and gives us a crucial 3 points, and that's massive to when you're trying to win championships.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt that you got a guy like Jordan Hamilton coming back, second straight start, team of the week. And then your keepers. Just talk about the guys in net who are protecting that net. Really a great 1-2 combo.
Yeah, fantastic. You know, you can't ask for any more. Like I say, you know, we've got 2 starting goalkeepers, and on any given day, each one gives us also something different in the goal, and they've been tremendous. With Kalongo's little short injury here, Jasim's come in, done an excellent job, and it gives the team and us as coaches confidence that, you know, we can rotate the squad and still have the same success. Shout
out Coach Joe, of course, and the rest of your coaching staff who do such a great job getting you ready. All right, Forge FC getting set to take on TFC next Tuesday, a week from today. But before that, they're also in Toronto taking on York United, and that is on Friday.